Hi, everyone. Welcome to Muzology's Rockstar Spotlight. Today, I'm incredibly honored to be speaking with 30-year veteran teacher Shirley Forehand, a true rock star in the education world. Shirley, thank you so much for being here. Can you tell everyone a little bit about your background in teaching?
Well, I am in Little Rock, Arkansas, and I have been teaching for 30 years, 15 years in high school, 15 years in middle school. And all of it has been secondary math and have served on several textbook committees, curriculum committees. Y'all know how it goes, committee after committee after committee.
That's beautiful. That's incredible. 30 years. Over 3 decades, I bet you've seen everything.
Oh, yes.
I want to take you back to before you found Musology. Can you describe what it was like trying to teach math concepts to a classroom full of kids with different energy levels and learning styles? What was the biggest challenge you faced year after year?
The biggest challenge was meeting everybody's needs because you do have a wide spectrum of students and their needs. You may have a child in your classroom that truly functions on a first or second grade level next to a child that is functioning in algebra, needs to be sitting in algebra. And these are, could be seventh, eighth graders. And so to meet everybody and meet them so that they continue to grow, you found yourself, or I found myself, teaching the middle of the road and hoping that you caught the really low students and gave them something that they could grasp onto. And meanwhile, you're trying to figure out how to challenge the students that are sitting there bored to tears. And it really was. And you found yourself, or again, I found myself just offering the kids one chance to demonstrate what they knew. And looking back on it, it really wasn't fair because everybody figures out things at different times, different rates, different paces. And so those students only got what I call one and done teaching. And it was almost like, let me just put a check mark, taught that, check mark, taught that. Oh, well, you didn't get it then? So sad, don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why, like personally, that's why I love Musology so much, because that one size fits all approach that most schools use or have used to use in the past, it doesn't work for all students. It didn't
Right.
work for my daughter, and that's how I found Musology.
It doesn't work for most of them.
Yeah, and you know better than I do. Yeah. That sounds tough to deal with that every single day. That's hard. You've been using Musology for over a decade now, which is absolutely amazing. What was it that made you decide to take a chance on music-based learning all those years ago? And what have you seen that as you stick with it for so long?
Well, let me back up. Let me give you the very beginning of the story. So, our first lady, our state's first lady, met Dr. Israel, the CEO of Musology, at a banquet. And they were talking about Musology and everything. And our first lady was a big, big, big advocate for education. And so she came back to her office and was talking about it. And my principal's wife worked with the governor and the first lady. And so they knew that, to her husband, and see if he had a teacher that would be willing to try it out. So he approached me just very nonchalantly. Hey, go look at this platform, go try it out. Tell me what you think. And I fell in love. Absolutely. Here was something that I could use to help the kids that were struggling without insulting them and giving them cartoons. And so Dr. Israel, I think she took 4 or 5 flights. I literally think she went from Nashville to Atlanta to Dallas to Little Rock to come train me. And I know it was crazy.
She's a superstar.
She stuck it out. She came on. And she trained me. And so we started using it in the classroom, and the kids started asking for it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the first. They loved the fact that they were getting 100% on these challenges in there. And it just was something that I latched onto. I saw a big difference with my kids in their attitude towards trying this.
There you go. I love that. You mentioned in the past that Muzology transforms your classroom. And that's a very powerful word. Can you paint a picture for us? What does that transformation actually look like? And can you describe a moment that you saw that spark in one of your students?
I saw with my kids, grades were coming up. Their attitude towards the work was changing. They were really wanting to do things. They were not skipping problems. They were actually challenging themselves to try and attempt problems. They were getting stuck on problems, coming and asking really good, appropriate questions because they understood more and they were understanding deeper and deeper into the concept by using these videos with them. Then they were taking that information back to their table partners and explaining it to their classmates. The other transformation that I saw with my students was their pride.
Yeah.
Look, everybody, I got 100% on my challenge. Did anybody else get it the first time? That's brain power. I've got more brain power than you do, and really started kind of challenging each other. And I just sat back and watched. I didn't have to crack the whip. I didn't have to beg and plead. I didn't have to be the hard nose in the classroom. They were doing it with each other. And they saw that they could answer other students' questions about math problems that had other math teachers on campus. And they just walked taller, they walked better with that pride with it. That was probably the biggest transformation that I saw in my classroom with it.
For me personally, that is one of my favorite aspects of Muzology in the program, is to see that transformation or that change, the confidence in these kids. For me, it's a game changer. It's why I do what I do. I love it. Well, Shirley, is there anything else that you'd like to tell us about Muzology? Matter of fact, let me ask you this. My final question for thousands of other teachers out there who are facing the same mountain that you described earlier. What would be your message to a fellow teacher who's on the fence about getting Muzology for their classroom?
Get that trial. Do that free trial that's offered, and do it with fidelity in your classroom. Get the kids' feedback, pull the data from it, take it to your administrator and tell them, look at what the kids are doing. You're going to see growth immediately. But get the feedback from the kids and let the kids sell the program to the administrator. They will.
I love that. Shirley, thank you so much. I'm honored to be able to interview you. You are a true rock star. Everything you do for your kids and for the classroom, it just moves me. And I'm so honored to be able to interview you. So thank you. Shirley Forehand, thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.